That's the opening of the 5th Bach Cello Suite for solo cello. It's in C minor. Hi everyone, it's the Cello Guru. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Bach Cello Suites because they're so fun and they're so interesting and they're such a historical study for we cellists to geek about. So I just wanted to tell you some things that I know about them. So Bach, he was a composer of the Baroque era, and he was alive from 1685 to 1750. And that is the actual dates of the Baroque era. So I don't think that's a coincidence. But we don't have any music that's written in Bach's hand. These suites, we have his wife's writing, Anna Magdalena Bach. So this is what they look like. That's the prelude to the first suite. How cool is that? Isn't that neat looking? I love it. You can buy that. You can buy her manuscripts for all the suites. It's kind of fun. So if you have an edition, like a Barenreiter edition or whatever edition, whatever fingerings and bowings you have, you can buy the Anna Magdalena version and check your notes against hers, because there are some mistakes. Check the phrasings, and check the notes and check the trills, things like that. It's kind of interesting how they have evolved over the years. But so as for these cello suites, there are 6 of them. Each of them has 6 movements. And they start off in easier keys, like the first one's in G major. And then by the 6th suite, it's in D major, which isn't that difficult of a key, but the suite is really, really, really challenging. There are arpeggios that go all over the place. You really have to be a technical gymnast whiz to be able to play that 6th suite. It really is something. So Bach really expanded what we could do on the cello. He started experimenting with chords on the first one, like 3-note chords that are pretty easy. But by the end, he was really good at writing out chords, 4-note chords for the cello. And in that time, cellos or gambas were not used in this way before. So he really made things more possible on the cello that we could do. Yay, Bach! He's a great guy. Well, I don't know what he was like as a guy. We don't know that much about him. I know that he got in a fight with a bassoonist once. That's a fun story. But anyway, I digress. I wanted to tell you that there are 6 movements to each: a prelude, an allemande, a courante, a sarabande, a minuet 1 and 2, and then gigue. They're all in the same order. Sometimes you have minuet 1 and 2, and sometimes you have bourrée 1 and 2. Not sure what the difference is. But this music is our most beautiful music for cello. And we play it solo. You hear them performed all the time. We study them our whole lives. So if you're a cellist, you may as well get on the Bach Suite bandwagon, because you're never getting off it once you get on it. And I wanted to say that when Bach wrote these suites, he wrote them in 1720. And that year, his wife, Barbara Bach, died. Bach went away to the Carlsbad Spa with his employer, Prince Leopold, for a few months. I'm giving this look because they had 5 kids. Who goes away for 2 months with their employer? I don't know how it worked back then. But when he came home, his wife was dead and buried. Can you imagine that? That must have been not fun. I do not know what they did with the kids. I'm not really sure how many kids they had. I know they had 5 kids together. I don't know how many of them were alive though, because kids died a lot in childbirth there. But when he got home, Barbara was gone. And I'm bringing that up because so much of the music in these suites is so beautiful. Some of the melodies are so bittersweet and wonderful and gorgeous and introspective, and I would say tragic. The opening to the second suite is very intense. That one is like this. And so beautiful and maybe sad. And the one I started with, really, really beautiful, maybe tragic, you know. The sixth suite has really pretty sarabande and allemande. I love them. I'm not even gonna attempt to play those for you today. I have to practice them. I promise I'll play them for you at another time. But anyway, 1720, very, very, very intense year. You have to wonder if he was thinking about Barbara when he wrote those beautiful, beautiful melodies. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you a little about the Bach suites and encourage you to go listen to them. I mean, start with the first one. All 6 of them, they have totally different moods, and each movement of each suite, there are 6 movements in each suite. Each one is totally different and contrasting, so they're really a fun study. There's also a book called the Bach Cello Suites. I think the composer is Eric Siblin. That's a great book. You should really get that book. It's really fun to read. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you today. Bach. We love Bach. See you next time.